Houston is arguably the most diverse city in America. It's a non-majority city. We've got people from every culture and people from all over the world who live in Houston, and that's such a gift to us because we really get a chance to interact with people that are different from us on a day-to-day basis. One of the campaigns I'm going to share with you today is one that's very close to our hearts. It's called Our Story, Our History. As we moved into 2020, 2021, 2022, we had a real heart-to-heart with ourselves. We realized inside our organization that our colleagues really wanted to be able to talk about cultures. They wanted to appreciate the differences between them and the things that also make us stronger together. And so out of that, this concept of Our Story, Our History was born, a way that we could be able to bring all communities together in a way that didn't have the boundaries of dates on it. And the idea was, how do we really bring this to the forefront and share these really critical stories that are part of all of our history? This is American history, this is Houston's history. It's the cultures coming together and making an even stronger community going forward. Clearly, KHOU celebrates Black History Month, Women's History Month, Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, LGBTQ plus Pride Month, and Hispanic Heritage, but it's so much more than that. There's no more important task in front of broadcasters right now than in helping America come together and helping all these different communities appreciate the differences, appreciate and understand each other, and be able to come together to make even stronger communities. KHOU has made that decision to use those tools of journalism and to really help people understand about their world, to really put together original storytelling and stories that air in all of our programming, both on our newscasts and some of our other special programming around the station. These are stories that don't celebrate dates on the calendar. They celebrate people, and they celebrate places, they celebrate cultures, they celebrate the joys, they celebrate the struggles, they celebrate all aspects of this in an effort to help people understand more about their neighbors.
The Juneteenth Order, June 19th, 1865.
One of the projects that KHOU is particularly proud of is our commitment to telling the story of Juneteenth. It's such a critical American story, and it's a story that really has its origins right here in Houston, Galveston.
It's more than just a celebration.
A matter of pride and joy and empowerment in my community.
Our team made the commitment 3 years ago to say every year we're going to make sure that people understand why this is significant, where the history of it was, and how the events of that day in 1865 ripple into the present.
And the beat goes on.
Another community that KHOU featured last year was the LGBTQ community with a documentary called The Beat Goes On, Pride in Houston.
I had grown up as a tomboy and was really drawn to my masculinity. I was getting a lot of social pressure to be more feminine. Flirting with boys was expected, and I could not have felt more uncomfortable.
In this documentary special, the KHOU team really examined the origins and the history of the Pride Parade in Houston, really looking at the people who made that happen, people who had to overcome all kinds of different challenges to really bring this community to the forefront and put it in the spotlight. It highlighted the histories and the personal stories of the Grand Marshals and how the 2022 parade came together.
Tonight, KHOU 11 presents some of the best moments from the Emancipation Park 150 Juneteenth celebration.
Emancipation Park is essentially hallowed ground. This public park that was purchased by people who were formerly enslaved. The blood, sweat, and tears that went into securing this piece of land so that generations to come could celebrate this freedom, celebrate this history, celebrate this emancipation is so unbelievably humbling to be a part of it. To celebrate, KHOU produced a 1-hour primetime special, this amazing 2-day concert event featuring artists like KHOU and the Gang and the Isley Brothers. It's not just the big projects. Sometimes it's about even the littlest things. Sometimes it's a bump that basically features a fact that you didn't know before. It's a vignette that we share in a commercial break.
It's the food.
It's a promo campaign that brings people closer together, and all these opportunities that we have as broadcasters every single day, we're taking advantage of those, and we're making sure that we use each one of those wisely and in a way that really helps us tell the story of this amazing Houston community. But it's not just about what happens on our broadcast channels, it's also about what happens in real life. KHOU is so proud to have helped raise $85,000 for scholarships, a campaign that has helped support 85 students' dreams of attending college. That's real-world impact, and I hope every single student that received a scholarship knows how much everybody is rooting for them, how much everybody believes in them, and how much everybody is cheering for them. And ultimately, the goal of Our Story, Our History is for Houstonians to have a better understanding of their neighbors, and that we are doing our part to help the world become a better place, one little moment at a time. It really all starts with celebrating every community, giving every community a space to be appreciated for its uniqueness, and for every community to be appreciated for what it brings to the table, and how we all make Houston such an amazing place to live.